Hello and welcome back. It has been a while to Dead Knitter Society. My name is Mira. This is the Knitting and Grieving podcast, my little corner of the internet where fiber arts and grief unite. So it's been a long time. I had talked a little bit before or during the last episode that I was having surgery, which I did. I had a total hysterectomy on March 28th. My healing has not been linear, a lot like grieving. I ended up developing a post-op infection, like 2 to 3 weeks out. Took a little while to get that figured out. But I'm now back to work. I did so much less knitting than I thought that I would. The first week was really rough, really rough. And so then I needed an extra week off work, but just the fatigue post-surgery has been wild. But I am now on the up and up, making progressing with PT. So I feel like surgery was curative for my condition. And I can definitely feel that I am not sick anymore. I'm just recovering from surgery. So if you have experienced something like that, you know that it really does, like, it kind of grinds your life to a bit of a halt, and then you need to figure out how to come back in. And it was also really difficult. Like, there were so many times where I just wanted to call my mom. I just wanted to call my mom. And now Mother's Day is looming. Like, this month is Mother's Day, and next month is Mom's anniversary of being gone. So I feel like this is actually kind of like, it's a grief heavy time. I'm grieving, the years lost to some gynecological gaslighting and not getting answers for nearly a decade. And I'm grieving not having my mom to support me through this, and grieving. I hated Mother's Day at Baseline because my first Mother's Day was not particularly positive as a new parent. Won't go into the details about that because it's been 21 years. But I've never really loved Mother's Day. I did see a tidbit that Mother's Day was started by a grieving daughter, which maybe I'll start liking it more, but I am frankly really dreading it this year. Yeah, lots of heavy sheet. So what am I wearing today? This is my Shift Cowl. I did not realize that our heat pump was set to air conditioning, and I couldn't figure out why I was so flippin' cold sitting at my desk. Shift Cowl by Andrea Mowry. I made this in Spincycle, which can be a little bit out of some people's price ranges. It probably was out of mine. But it is very fun yarn to work with. I actually feel like this would be a cool pattern to like stash bust with, because I feel like if you have a kind of a color theme, that this could be very fun to just go through scraps and odds and ends. It doesn't necessarily even need to be color changing. I think that the mosaic knitting, if you look at it, this texture and the color change, you're only ever working one color at a time, but you're slipping stitches so that you get peekaboo, basically. I'll show you the back side. It's a fun, addictive little pattern to do. You start at the bottom. I think you start down here. Can't even tell if I sewed it in. You are working an I-cord, which is easier than it sounds, but it just takes a little bit of knowing that you're doing it. And then you actually seam the cowl. It's knit flat, and then you seam it up the back. So I enjoyed knitting this. I think I knit it maybe in 2019. I am almost done with my April, I'm a little bit behind, April Beanie Brigade hat, which is also an Andrea Mowry pattern. This is an older pattern of hers from 2016 called the Rudbeckia Hat, and I'll put it in the show notes, all of the stuff. This is yarn dyed by Farmer's Daughter Fibers. This is their Beanie Brigade subscription, which I'm really enjoying. It's just kind of a little spot of joy in my week or my month. I did not do the pattern that went with this yarn because it required mattress seaming, like mattress stitch seaming the hat. And if I can pull a quote from the White Lotus, I just feel that at my age, I'm not meant to live an uncomfortable life. I hate mattress stitch. I don't want to do it, so I'm not gonna. So I did this mixture of this tweed pattern is done by slipping stitches. It's a little kind of mosaic-y technique, and then some 2-color brioche. And I'm just finishing the last regular brioche round, and then I start decreasing for the crown. So I'm hoping I'll have this done today. I have a long video that I need to watch for school because summer term started this week. I did manage to pull off a 4.0 even with my surgery still. So going into my sixth out of 8 semesters, still going strong. And I'm frankly, I'm pretty proud of it. I am. Cause it's been through some challenging times. Like I started school when mom was still maintaining, and then she declined steeply and I was her caregiver. And so it's been a lot. Maybe my self-worth is unhealthily tied to it. I'm grabbing the other thing that I'm working on that I have handy. Because y'all saw, I'm still working on my pixie cardigan. That launch date got pushed back. I actually took a little bit of a break because I'm now on Sleeve Island. But that is still an enjoyable, beautiful knit that I am going to finish. I think once I get this and my hat done, I'm gonna turn my attention back to my pixie cardie. This is a Tanager Tank, which is for the the Farmer's Daughter Fibers. For her, she's running a Tanks and Tees make-along, which is running into June, so plenty of time to still join in. I know that this looks like it's made for a child. 2x2 ribbing, stretches a lot. So it's meant to have quite a bit of negative ease. It's just 2x2 ribbing. I learned a new technique, which is the cable to back to join. I don't know if you can see that, but I thought it was very clever. So this is by Windwood Farms Knits. Her name is Lacey. She's quite delightful. Again, I'll link it, but Tanager Tank. So I literally just need to knit the body. 2x2 rib, mindless knitting for like another 9 inches. So that I'm hoping to have done maybe by the end of this week. I have a couple other tops that I want to make for that make-along. I actually bought, excuse my crinkles. I got this Ritual Dyes. It's a linen cotton to make. Hoagie Locatelli just released the Sailoress top, and I think that this will be really nice for that. And then I also got Woolen Pine is releasing a beautiful top. Looks a little bit like the Summer Sorrel, but it has these really beautiful bobble motifs that are like floral. And I got this Foxy Lady, which is Farmer's Daughter Fibers. It has silk. It's like a merino silk. Love it, love it, love it. So I think I'm going to I might turn this into my Palm Springs tank. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. The queue is out of control. It's always out of control. I have more projects than I have time to knit them. Such is life. So to close up for today, I wanted to show something that my mom probably made for her first Mother's Day as a mother. This, guessing by the yarn content, this feels like old school acrylic. It is squeaky, a little scritchy, somewhat plasticky, but I am pretty certain that my mom knit this little footie pajama for my older sister, who is in her late 50s now. And again, mom had simple cable twist details. All of her details are so classic, but simple. And I love that aesthetic. Just simple raglan yoke, I have no idea if she knit this from the top or the bottom. Your guess is as good as mine. And then the little footies. She made a lot of booties for Bella when Bella was a baby, and this was how she made every booty. So this one, sorry, I'm getting texts coming in, so that was like that. So this is what Mom made. Oh gosh. So the other thing that I noticed too, obviously month of April, my knitting journal was kind of sparse because I was in pajamas all the time recovering. But I'm definitely going back to wearing knits more often. I really need more summer knit tops for work. So that I think is going to be a bit of a focus for this summer, is trying to knit some quick tops. I'll probably do at least one more ranunculus, just because that knit up so fast. So I'm still plugging away with my knit journal. Oh, and the rats. So I need to finish these, but let me find the guy that has... I'm trying to figure out the best way to sew on the little legs so that they don't look ridiculous, but this guy has one ear. I need to make one more body, and so that I have enough for all of my coworkers to get a Hope rat. But these have been so much fun, and what a great stash buster. Like, love it. So with all that being said, school is starting again. So we'll see. At least, like, I have an hour and a half long, like, group therapy thing to watch and then write a paper on it. So that's a lot of knitting time as far as I'm concerned. So, and I'm, you know, work is work. But I love my job. I'm very, very fortunate in that. So yeah, in closing, I know that particularly for grieving people, these Hallmark holidays can be really challenging. So I hope that you can find some space to connect with the person that you're missing on those days. And I hope that you can be so gentle with your grief. I hope that I'll be able to do those things. But certainly drop in the comments if you've been through a first Mother's Day without your mom, or celebratory day without your person, whether it was a dad or mom, or there's not really a day for kids. Although I believe today is actually Bereaved Mother's Day. If you're missing someone today, I am always ears open for how do you navigate this, because it's really hard. So I hope that you can find joy where it presents itself, and that you love your people a little harder and a little more mindfully. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in.